If you could write your own life story, what would it look like for you? Would you do anything differently than what you're currently doing now? Would you change anything about yourself? About your family? About your hobbies? About your goals or your dreams? What would you do differently? I read a story in the biography of Thomas Edison, the great American inventor, who invented the electric light bulb and the motion picture camera. And when Thomas was a little boy, he had trouble in school. He was dyslexic. In an environment where the teachers taught based on memorization and recall, Thomas really struggled. He got picked on. And he started not really liking school very much. So he came home from school one day and told his mother about, being picked on, and everyone's calling him addled, which is, in that time, meant mentally ill, including his teachers. So when Mrs. Edison heard this, she wasn't very happy, so she marched back down to the school with Thomas in hand and had a discussion with the teachers. And they were talking back and forth about, how they should be taught, and because Mrs. Edison was a school teacher herself. And anyway, it got to an argument, and Mrs. Edison knew that she wasn't going to change the mind of the teachers. So she said, okay, that's it. I am removing my child from your school, and I will instruct him at home. And at that moment, Thomas looked up at his mother, wondering who this wonderful woman is who believed in him so much. Mrs. Edison became the hero of Thomas's life story. What would it look like for each of you if you became the hero of your own life story? Better yet, what superhero would you be? If I could choose right now, I would choose to be the superhero of positive influence. I have the power to be positive all the time, to see the positive in others. I have the ability to stand up and take action instead of saying someone should do something about that. I have the greatest ability to affect positivity and attract positivity because of my positive influence. I am the superhero of positive influence, and I am truly happy to be doing exactly what I'm supposed to be doing. I am positive. So what superhero would you like to be? What powers would you like to have? If you could write your own life story, what would it look like? The key here is looking at what you do, because it's one thing to have good intentions to help other people, but you have to act in order to create real change. So what are you going to do differently that's going to change your life so that you can be the hero of your own life story? What intentional choices are you going to make today that's going to make a difference in your life tomorrow? So I'm going to challenge each of you here today to think about the intentional choices that you're going to make so that you can be the superhero of your own life story. Thank you. And Roddy, I think we were talking about hand movements. So I was trying to keep my hands here, and I was just making sure that I had this right. You said try not to move your hands in front of you so much. If you had to move your hands out at the side and talk like this from the shoulders. Is that correct? So that I can move them out here from the shoulders instead of keeping them here in front of me. And balanced on both feet, weight distributed. I like to walk when I talk normally, so I'm usually doing this. But am I correct in saying that this is a little bit better talking out here instead of having them in front of you? Thanks, Roddy, for looking at my video. I hope you're having a wonderful day. Bye for now.